We've rolled through all 17 weeks of the Dallas Cowboys season, all 18 weeks for the NFL, and made our predictions game by game. Andrew has been tabulating all through the show. Michelle's not sure where she landed, so let's reveal for everybody.
She can't add it.
Before we get there, PLG was listening in on the side. He's been helping us out all day so far, so he wants to get his picks in.
Yep, I'm going to go rapid fire through this. So, lost week 1 to the Giants, win week 2 against the Commanders. I think they lose in Rio to the Ravens. They come back and lose to the Texans. Oof. They win on Thursday Night Football against the Buccaneers. They lose on Sunday Night Football to the Packers, lose on Monday Night Football to the Eagles. Yikes. And then they win 5 in a row.
Whoa.
Cardinals, Colts, Niners, Titans, and then Thanksgiving against Eagles, 5 in a row.
That's pretty good.
They go to Seattle and lose. They have that bye week, and then, like y'all mentioned with the Rams, they come back and win that Rams game because of the that one there. They win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They beat the Giants at home, and then they finish the season with a loss against the Commanders.
Because they already had their hot streak.
10-7?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let us reveal the 2026 season predictions. Mike at 10-7.
What?
Michelle and I are both.
No.
Michelle and I are both at 11-6. PLG's at 10-7. Kelly's at 10-7. Zeke, by the way, who, if Kelly is to believed, flipped a coin on all these matchups.
So we notoriously know that Zeke don't know ball. And when we texted him and he came back with the wildest picks, he was like, I literally just flipped a coin. And next time you guys have him in, it would be worth roasting him about this a little bit.
He picked them to lose all 6 NFC East games.
He did, but still found 6 wins elsewhere in the season. Also,
I said I wasn't going to blast him on this, but like it's too funny. I have to. He picked a winner or loser for the bye week because he didn't know what a bye week was.
in fairness, you can lose the bye week. There are scenarios where you can. It just doesn't show up on the record.
I told him yesterday, I was like, I won't tell them, I promise, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Zeke.
Oh,
it was
that's
too funny.
funny.
He sent it to me. I go, how do you lose a bye week? And
See,
he goes,
that's amazing.
I didn't know what that was.
It is also funny, if we can pull up the season predictions real quick, that based off of Kelly's tabulations, the Cowboys are only playing 16 games for Brian, who put in his record too. That was 10-7. His record is 10-7. I did just double check. I was just going off of what was down there, but I wanted to throw it up there.
I just gave you what they gave me, sir.
Again, we go from 5 analysis, 1 coin flip, and 1 16-game schedule. That is our season prediction.
Wait, did you say I gave an analysis?
No. I thought you did.
Your talent, right?
Misremembering?
I was walking around. This is literally how I picked mine. I think I've heard them do well against this team before. I think I've heard about them struggling against this team before, but I did not flip a coin. I did give it a little bit of thought.
See, there you go. Perfect.
Kelly, I think that's about how we all did it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty much.
That's how you do
the
it.
extent of the analysis.
Secret's out.
I do think that they finished the season strong to get to the 10-7 mark that I had them at. And I think that that seemed louder today than it has seemed at any point along the way. I do think that there is potential for this team if it can go the way that I prognosticated it, which is 0% chance that actually happens. But if it were to work that way and they could kind of ride that ramp into the postseason, maybe they could figure out a way to at least win a playoff game and make it a fun season. But I don't think that I'm not going any farther than that.
Would 10-7 in a playoff berth be a good season for this unit?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
With what they've done the last couple of years, yeah.
Yeah, and with a new defensive coordinator who's still learning the ropes at 34, I think he is. He's a young guy.
Yeah.
I will say, I think I had them winning about 11 games last year, and that 7-9-1 record, way more befitting.
Everyone's on consensus that Eagles win the division, and then this is a wild card team of sorts.
Relatively speaking, yeah. I mean,
your 11 win totals could be strong.
They could be
division winning potentially.
Yeah. I mean, it honestly just depends on how good Philly is, because they could be a real mess this year, just on personalities and head coach. There's so many question marks around that team. Not that we have another hour to go into that whole mess, but no, if the Cowboys are 10-11 wins, that sounds like at least a fun ride to be on, which is all we can ask for to some degree.
More than we can say. Right.
Yeah.
The Eagles need to spend a lot of money on sports psychology to try and figure out what is happening.
They did.
With
AJ Brown's had the book on the sideline. Like he's doing all he
can. They have an in-house. I mean, they probably do have a literal in-house.
I'm sure that every team does, but that team it's a different animal entirely.